Joshua fight not happening?
No, I don't. I don't regret anything. Life's too short for regrets.
What do you think of Jake Paul calling him out?
I think it's a good fight. I think it's a real 50-50 fight.
Tyson Fury, the one-man Anthony Joshua was never supposed to stand beside, just pulled up to AJ's camp, walked straight through the door, and started training with him for the Jake Paul fight. This is real. This happened and nobody expected it. Not Joshua's fans, not Jake's camp, not even the people inside the gym. Jake Paul is walking into the most dangerous version of Anthony Joshua we have seen in years. So let's get into it. This wasn't some friendly handshake moment for social media. This was an actual training session. People inside the gym said they heard pads cracking, ropes snapping, and Tyson's voice echoing through the walls as he barked out instructions. And when the cameras leaked, you could see it. AJ wasn't smiling. He wasn't showboating. He looked locked in, focused, almost angry. That is not the AJ we've seen in the last couple years. The one who was overthinking, worrying, switching trainers every fight. The hesitant AJ, the one people thought Jake Paul could maybe somehow poke a hole through. This was a different man. A man preparing to brutally end somebody's night. And Tyson Fury is the last person anyone expected to bring that out of him. Let's be real. AJ and Tyson
Fury,
I'll be over the moon.
would you?
Yeah, of course. You know,
Would you
that's-
like to?
Yeah, of course.
Are you friendly with him?
Not really. But I respect what he's done.
I think he called you a dosser.
Yeah, but
That's his standard term of abuse.
yeah,
You big dosser.
yeah,
He's a bodybuilder.
yeah,
He is a businessman. I am a Spartan.
yeah. Have you got one of those fully Tyson Fury dolls? No, I'm joking. You must like him though,
What makes you say that?
because you can memorize every quote of his.
He's very quotable, isn't he?
He is, to be fair.
And he's got that distinctive,
like he's eating a frog voice.
yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think you could beat him?
yeah.
Wouldn't be easy, though.
No,
The bookies, I think, would favor him.
yeah,
Do you agree?
yeah.
have beef that goes back forever. Contracts falling apart, insults on social media, debates over who ducked who backed out, who's afraid. These two have done nothing but talk trash for years. So why is Tyson suddenly in AJ's corner? Because Jake Paul is playing with something bigger than YouTube boxing. He called out the heavyweight division. He disrespected Joshua. He said he hits harder than people think. He claimed he could survive 8 rounds with AJ. He even went as far as saying AJ isn't the same fighter anymore.
There's been some talk about possibly Joshua using Jake Paul as a tune-up to fight you. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know about tune-up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why so? What impresses you about Jake Paul?
I just think Jake Paul would knock AJ out. I think AJ's a spent force, and I think Jake Paul's on the rise. And I like his new heavyweight look. Bit chubby, bit bulky.
Tyson is not letting an outsider walk into his division, poke the bear, and pretend he belongs.
So I like the challenge. People, that's the criticism. Fight someone in their prime who's a beast. I think people just want to see me lose. That's really what the message is behind it all. And Anthony Joshua is an insane fight, but I want that challenge. We've been DMing back and forth. He wants to make it happen. He called me up, and it's looking very likely for next year.
Jake thought he was getting the version of AJ that struggled in recent years. The one who hesitated against Usyk. The one who went into long breaks. The one who seemed unsure of his style. But now, he's walking toward a 250 pounds knockout machine who is being sharpened by one of the greatest
I can beat Jake Paul. And excuse my French, what the fuck is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there, it still wouldn't go past a minute. To be quite honest with you, and as a safety aspect, there's no way that fight can go ahead. At the end of the day, my God, how good does it make me look? He gets beat by Jake Paul. Well, that automatically makes me 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, doesn't it? There's no proper way. I've got to laugh about it. How are we even talking about this? He got his nut boxed off by me a little over 2 years ago, and now all of a sudden he's talking about fighting Anthony Joshua. It's like, come on, Like, you can't be serious. You can't beat me. I'm not Anthony Joshua, am I? So it's just ludicrous.
Boxing minds of this era. This is the equivalent of a YouTuber preparing for a beach volleyball match and the opponent suddenly brings LeBron James to practice. Jake's camp immediately tried to downplay the Fury news. They said AG is washed. They said Tyson can't help him. They even said the collaboration was cute. But behind the scenes, things look different. Sources say Jake's team has ramped up sparring, started adding heavier partners, and begun adjusting the game plan because they know what this means. AJ is taking this deadly serious. And when AJ is serious, men his own size don't survive, let alone a converted cruiserweight. People in the building described the session like they were
We'll be saying to him, mate, Anthony hasn't boxed for a year and a half. Mate, Anthony got dropped in his last fight. Anthony's head's all over the place. He's gone. So listen, fair fucking play. If he steps up and fights AJ, I will be the first to hold my hands up and go, fair fucking play. He'd have to be crazy to do it. He would have to be crazy to do it. Jake Paul's never really fought anyone major, like, you know, when's he going to step up and fight a real fighter? I mean, this would definitely be one way to kill that narrative, but it would be a dangerous one. If we're offered it and the money that I know is inevitable in a fight like that, it would be very difficult for us to turn it down. And I know some people will find a reason to not like it and moan, but I'm just going to give it to you straight always. We were going to have a run out this year in an 8-rounder against someone in the top, I don't know, 120 on BoxRec that you've never heard of. We could have a run out against Jake Paul, end him in boxing forever, get rid of this whole little silly thing, and make about 50 or 60x in the process. How can you turn it down? So if it's real, there is a chance. Jake's won fights that I didn't think he'd win. And Jake has got a lot better over the last couple of years. He ain't in Anthony Joshua's league, that's for sure. The only way this fight happens, if it's a fight, it's a sanctioned fight. I mean, ultimately, it's a cruiserweight stepping up to fight a heavyweight. I mean, previously, what did you have? You had a lightweight fighting a cruiserweight, but that was an exhibition. This is no exhibition. This is the 10-ounce big boys, and this is a real fight. We've already really got our plans with Turki Al-Sheikh for 2026, which is ultimately to fight Tyson Fury, but also to have another fight in February. We got the phone call to say, look, obviously Gervonta's out. Would you be interested in December? And the only other options we had for December was to do an 8-rounder on a card somewhere, which I didn't even know was going to happen. So I said to Nikisa, if you're truthful about this, which he assures me Jake is, then it could happen. So let's live in the real world, yeah? And let's just, everybody stay calm and make logical business decisions. What would you do, right? And please don't give me the, yes, but you have to think about the legacy here. You can't eat legacy, and legacy is so important. By the way, he's an Olympic gold medalist, a 2-time world heavyweight champion. The legacy's okay. I wouldn't let him not take this fight. I would push him in the ring to take this fight. So if you want to blame someone, blame me. Just relax. One, I don't even know if it's going to happen. Two, if it does, just relax. Enjoy us going in there for boxing and sticking one on his chin. We'll go back, we'll fight Tyson Fury, etc. So just relax. But how can you say no? How can you say no? What am I
watching a heavyweight documentary in real time? And that is exactly what Jake does not want. Because when Anthony Joshua fights with confidence, he becomes a tank. When he commits to combinations, when he sits on his punches, when he brings pressure, people fall. You can see a difference already. People forget one thing. Tyson Fury understands Jake Paul better than almost anyone. Jake has been calling out Tyson for years, trying to drag him into the influencer world. Tyson sees the pattern and Tyson knows
Jump. 5.
it all chipped away at him. But this Jake Paul fight is different. It woke him up. Not because Jake is a challenge, but because it's a chance to shut the influencer circus down. Age heard every insult. He heard Jake say he doesn't earn respect. He heard Jake say he isn't a superstar anymore. He heard the comparisons. He heard the jokes. But now he's training like a man who wants to prove something. And Tyson Fury is right behind him, pushing the gas pedal, yelling instructions, telling him to break Jake down piece by piece. This is not the version of Jake thought he was getting. You can see the shift. Jake started calling Jay old. He started clowning his losses. He posted clips of his workouts. He's leaning into confidence. But it feels forced because deep down Jake knows something. This isn't the same as fighting an older Mike Tyson. This isn't the same as fighting Anderson Silva. This isn't the same as fighting Nate Diaz or Ben Askren. Those guys were retired, past their prime, smaller and slower. AJ is none of that.